Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Good morning. What all have we done, or what was the last thing we dealt with in the previous?
Rainman problem.
Rainman problem.
What doubts are left over for discussion?
Oh no,
That
you
will
said
be
that
tomorrow.
AYGP
told-
sir will take it tomorrow.
One of you.
So graph assignments you said you will do in the last 15 minutes today. Then tomorrow in chapter exercise 1 and 2 you said you discuss with the other sir who is going to take with the lecture. And then on Monday we'll discuss exercise 1 of kinematics 1.
Okay. So booklet doubts kept for tomorrow's discussion. Graphs last 15 minutes we will solve it. Fine. Not
So do you have any more practice sheets to do calculus from?
Calculus कितना पीछे जाओगे यार, आगे बढ़ो ना यार. अब
Arey sir,
calculus-
only for the TWT.
TW.
A TWT major test में always it will be cumulative syllabus only. Right, major test में always it will be cumulative. तो हर बार पीछे जाते रहोगे.
Sir, but first August को जो टेस्ट है उसमें सिर्फ काइनेमैटिक्स है.
हाँ, उसका प्रैक्टिस हो रहा है, डोंट वरी. उसका एक प्रैक्टिस टेस्ट लगाएंगे 26 और 25 को.
ओके सर.
So we are doing Rainman problems only, right? Today. River
रेनमैन प्रॉब्लम्स इंट्रोड्यूस किया है मैंने.
हाँ सर.
हाँ सर
Yes,
कर
sir.
दिया.
So you said some part was left to do. Riverboat problem झाला.
No, what was the last problem I dealt with?
Sir, a man walks at 6 kilometers per hour and it appears to rain vertically downwards. When he doubles the speed, it appears to rain at south 30 degrees west.
Okay.
And you explained it with simple geometry. That cos 60.
Right. Did we deal that problem using I cap, J cap?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Now write down a problem. I didn't send you assignment on relative velocity.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir. You told you send today.
You said there are two assignments. You will send it after completing riverboat problem.
अब सुनो. Write down a problem. A man walking with a velocity v. A man walking with a velocity v. Observes rain vertically downwards. Observes rain vertically downwards. When he doubles his speed, when he doubles his speed,
Can you repeat the last one?
when he doubles his speed, it appears to rain at. When he doubles his speed, it appears to rain at south 45 degrees west.
Sir, I think this question is there in the homework that you gave.
45 degrees west. Find the direction in which it appears to rain. When he triples his speed. Find the direction in which it appears to rain when he triples his speed.
Sir, I have one doubt. Whenever they ask us this angle, we have to always take the mod, right, of the time. So because in one question I got the answer as tan inverse of minus 1 by 2, but in the answer key it was given tan inverse of just 1 by 2.
If theta is less than 19, by default you will put a mod to the other side because theta is less than 19. You don't tell me a singularized rule that you will put a mod. Directly mod nahi dal. Theta less than 90, you know theta is sine, cos, tan are positive, so you're putting a mod if you're getting a negative sign on the other side. Now listen. Man is walking with a velocity v, it appears to rain vertically downwards. Here he didn't ask you the velocity of the rain. उसने velocity of the rain पूछा ही नहीं. When he doubles his speed, it appears to rain at south 45 degrees east. Right? That means, have a look at this. If this angle is 45, this is V. This will be V. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
sir.
Because this angle is 45. Now he is telling you, when he triples his speed, find the direction in which it appears to rain. Quite easy. What will this distance be? 2V?
2, yes.
This is V. Can I get this angle theta? Tan theta is V by 2V. This is equal to 1 by 2. So this will be west theta degrees south. Or if you take this, it will be 90 minus. West theta degrees south. Plane geometry here will be the simplest. He didn't ask you the velocity of the rain in the first place. Keep that in your mind. The man is walking with a velocity v, it appears to rain vertically downwards. When he doubles his speed 45 degrees, when he triples his speed, he is asking for the angle. Can I rub the board?
For 1 minute.
No one.
Bhai, for my understanding, booklet exercise 1, you people have attempted, you have to attempt.
Attempted, sir.
Attempted, sir.
Attempted.
Done, sir.
So after today's class, can I send you assignment on relative velocity?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So thanks to that projectile motion assignment, see now all these textbook questions seem very easy.
Okay, good Grace.
So we always have to give the angle with the vertical, right?
Depends on the 4 options given. So examiner can give you anything.
Okay, sir.
We can always say south this degree is west. West this degree is south. So among the 4 options given multiple choice, see which of them to use. Need not be that angle is with the vertical always.
Okay, sir.
Now, the third part of relative velocity is the river boat problems.
Sir,
Huh.
before that, can you do one sum explaining the wind velocity? Like when the rain is coming and when there is wind?
It is raining vertically downwards. Suppose if there is wind in this direction, right? So I will take velocity of the wind ahead. Resultant velocity is velocity of the rain whole square plus velocity of the wind whole square with the square. Velocity of the rain will be velocity of the rain with respect to the wind plus velocity of the wind with respect to the ground. So sum of these two. This is rain with respect to the wind, wind with respect to the ground. So the velocity of the rain will be velocity of the rain and velocity of the wind का result.
Okay, sir, understood.
River boat problems. Same concept of relative velocity will slightly change the presentation. Have a look at it. Velocity of 1 with respect to 2. What did you tell me? Velocity of 1 minus velocity of 2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Velocity of 1 with respect to 2 plus velocity of 2 with respect to ground. I brought this to the left. Is velocity of 1 with respect to ground? What are you?
Yes, sir.
No big deal. You brought this to the left. That means velocity of the boat with respect to the river plus velocity of the river with respect to ground will be velocity of the boat with respect to ground. See if you are convinced. 1 is the boat, 2 is the river. 2 is the river, ground. So I'll get velocity of 1 with respect to ground. So boat with respect to ground.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Instead of mathematical visualization, make us visualize physical. I am walking this way. You know my velocity. Suppose I am standing on a roller skaters or a board, a platform which is moving in the forward direction. Or I'm inside a bus. To make life more simple, I'm inside a bus. Bus is moving with 5 meters per second. And I inside the bus start walking with velocity 2 meters per second. You are standing outside. You will observe my velocity as
7 meter per
7 meter per second.
7 meters per
7
second. My
meters.
velocity with respect to the bus plus velocity of the bus with respect to ground, you will get my velocity with respect to ground. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My velocity with respect to the bus plus velocity of the bus with respect to ground is my velocity with respect to ground. Suppose bus is going in this direction and I am walking in the opposite direction. I am walking with 2 meters per second. Bus is going with 5 meters per second. So effectively, though I am walking ahead, I will be going back with a velocity of
3 meter per second.
meters per second. You get my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Velocity of the boat with respect to the river. That means that is the rowing speed of the boat. That means that is the speed at which the boat will move if the river is at rest. If it is a pond and water is not flowing, this will be 0. So velocity of the boat with respect to the river will be velocity of the boat with respect to ground. So boat rowing speed is this with respect to still water plus velocity of the river with respect to ground is velocity of the boat with respect to ground. Is this clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Equals the relative velocity concept, you brought it to the left. Velocity of 1 with respect to 2 and velocity of 2 with respect to ground. You will get velocity of 1 with respect to ground. First and the last all points. We call this as downstream. What if river is flowing in this direction and boat is also going in the same direction? Velocity of the boat with respect to ground is velocity of the boat with respect to the river plus velocity of the river with respect to ground. You are adding up both of them numerically. They are in the same direction. What do you call as upstream?
So when they're in the opposite directions.
River is in this direction. Boat is in the opposite direction. Velocity of the boat with respect to ground is boat with respect to the river plus velocity of the river with respect to ground. Vector summation. If they're in opposite direction, you will put a negative sign. Boat with respect to the river is minus I cap. River with respect to ground is plus I cap. Add them with plus I cap and minus I cap. Addition will take care of itself. Problems on upstream and downstream are the easiest. Either you add them numerically or subtract them numerically, you'll get the effective velocity of the boat. Our trouble comes when the person is trying to cross the river. Take it down till here, I'll explain. Now listen to this very carefully. The person is trying to cross the river. This is velocity of the river. Right? If he crosses straight and you are giving me the width of the river to be d, this is velocity of the boat with respect to the river. If it were still water, the man would have gone straight opposite. But then water is flowing to the right, velocity of the river with respect to ground. What did you tell me? Velocity of the boat with respect to the river less velocity of river with respect to ground is velocity of the boat with respect to ground. This will be the velocity of the boat with respect to ground. The boat is being rowed this way, but the river is making it drift to the right. Boat is rowing straight, river is making you drift to the right. Right? Now, three important things here. If I ask you by what distance did you drift? Drift is this distance x. Right? Drift is this distance x. Look at the number of ways you can solve it. Drift is x. If you know tan theta, x by d, x divided by d, VRG by VBR, this speed by this speed. Tan theta doesn't have units. If I take distance here, please take distance here. If I take velocity here, please take velocity here. Numerator and denominator should be the same units. This is velocity of the river with respect to ground. This is velocity of the boat with respect to the river. So how do I calculate x? X will be, bring d to the numerator of the right hand side. That will be the value of x. This is one way of calculating, depending on the data given. What will be the second way? If you give me the time taken to cross the river, x will be velocity of the river with respect to ground into time taken to cross the river. By the time the boat came till here, river has drifted from here till here. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
By the time the boat came from here till here, river drifted from here till here. So this is the second way of calculating this, depending on the data given. If he gave you this speed and this speed, then take tan theta, this by this is equal to x by d, you get x. If he gives you time taken to cross the river, this velocity into time will be the value of x. Now most important, what if he is asking for the time? Listen carefully. जिस डायरेक्शन में डिस्प्लेसमेंट ले रहे हो उसी डायरेक्शन में वेलोसिटी भी ले, जिस डायरेक्शन में डिस्प्लेसमेंट ले रहे हो उसी डायरेक्शन में वेलोसिटी भी लेना. Suppose you take this displacement at d, it will be VBR, right? You took d, you took this velocity. Suppose you take this x, velocity of the river with respect to ground. This displacement by this velocity is the time taken for the boat to cross the river. Suppose he gives you this distance, root over of d square plus x square. Take velocity in that direction, VBG. This is velocity of the boat with respect to ground. Suppose he gave you d and he gave you theta and this. You will write VBG cos theta. I have covered a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 problems in this book. I repeat whole of the logic. Dhyan se suno. First he is asking me for drift. Drift will be this velocity into the time. This velocity into the time. You drifted away from your line by how much distance x? Another way of calculating drift, tan theta is x divided by d, or this velocity by this velocity. Till here, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now suppose he is asking you for the time to be calculated. This displacement by this velocity, or this displacement by this velocity, or this displacement by this velocity. जिस डायरेक्शन में आप डिस्प्लेसमेंट ले रहे हो उसी डायरेक्शन का वेलोसिटी लेना है. One small adjustment in the last step is, if you are given d and you are given this speed with theta, VBG cos theta will be VBR. This is nothing but this. VBR is VBG cos theta. Have a look at it. Both are the same. VBG cos theta will be VBR. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's what you have used here. Depending on the data given in the question, you will answer this question. You're crossing the river. Subtopic is crossing the river. Upar likho crossing the river.
So time is the time taken to cross the river, right?
Perfect. In that time, the boat is getting drifted away by a distance of x. So boat is attempting to go here, but it will go till. So time taken by the boat to cross the river is either d divided by this speed or x divided by this speed or the hypotenuse divided by this speed.
Done, sir.
One second.
So wait.
Okay.
Sure, done.
Done, sir.
Now suppose the boat is in this direction. The boat is being rowed in this direction. Velocity of the boat with respect to the river. Velocity of the river is like this. So velocity of boat with respect to ground will go like this. It need not be an isosceles line. It may be something like this. Velocity of the boat with respect to ground. By the time the boat came here, the river moved by a distance of this. Okay with that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, what I'm interested in knowing, what should be the direction in which I go? This distance is d, but the time to be minimum. I took an arbitrary situation. I'm rowing the boat this way, river is flowing this way, so I will reach somewhere here. Time taken to cross the river will be d divided by VBR cos theta. See if you are confused. VBR cos theta. Because you have taken d, take velocity in that direction. VBR cos theta will be the velocity in that direction. VBR cos theta. You gave me this angle. To avoid confusion, I'll keep this slightly to the right. You can see the diagram here. river was flowing with a greater velocity. This is velocity of the boat with respect to ground. So river velocity is from here till here. The vector river velocity is from here till here. Boat was rowing this way. Sum of these two will be the third side of the triangle taken in the reverse. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is the general condition for the time. Now, your requirement is time should be minimum. That implies VBR cos theta should be minimum. Maximum. VBR cos theta should be maximum. Implies cos theta should be maximum. That means cos theta should be 1, theta should be 0. Time will be minimum. And T minimum will be equal to D divided by VBR. Are you trying to tell me for minimum time I should row the boat straight? You're right.
Yes, sir.
You may not reach exactly the opposite point. We are okay with it. You will have a drift for sure. For minimum time, drift cannot be avoided. Drift cannot be avoided. You will 100% have a drift, but that will be the minimum time in which you cross the river.
So can we change the amount of drift?
We will speak about it. First understand this, right? We are speaking about minimum time. What is the minimum time? Denominator should be maximum. Cos theta should be maximum. Cos theta is 1, theta should be 0. That means you should row perpendicular to the direction of the river. I should row the boat perpendicular to the direction of the river to reach the other side in minimum time. Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now let us concentrate on adjusting the value of drift. Can I make the drift 0? First point. I want to make the drift 0. I'm okay. Let us try. This is D. River is flowing in this direction. If I row the boat in this direction, boat with respect to the river velocity is in this direction. This should be velocity of the boat with respect to the ground to make the drift 0.
Yes, sir.
Drift 0 means I should go straight. That means I should be rowing this way, so that I cancel out the component of river and boat speed in the opposite directions. So drift will be 0. Right? So this is the circumstance in which I can make the drift 0. Tell me at what angle should I row? Sin theta is velocity of the river with respect to ground upon velocity of the boat with respect to the river. This is the direction in which I should row for the drift to be 0. This is the direction in which I should row for the drift to be 0. This is the direction in which I should be rowing for the drift to be 0. Do you get this point?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Incidentally, sin theta should always be less than 1. That means the river speed should be less than the boat speed. Only then I can make the drift 0. River speed should be less than the boat speed. Only then I can make the drift 0. This is a very important criteria. I'll explain it in layman's language. So no, this is technically writing sin theta less than 1. Any one of you will do. Please observe this. Suppose I rode in this particular direction and I could make the drift 0. River speed slightly increased. This was the velocity of the boat with respect to the river. River speed increased. Then I should row it in this direction. Do you agree with
Yes, sir.
Yes,
that?
sir.
River speed further increased. I should row it in this direction. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if ever river speed is equal to the boat speed with respect to the river, I should be going opposite to the direction of water to make the drift 0. If these both are equal, velocity of the river, velocity of the boat with respect to the river, if they are equal, that means boat is going in this direction, river is in opposite direction, both are equal, there will be no drift. Agree?
Yes,
But I
sir.
Yes,
cannot
sir.
cross the river. But I cannot cross the river when my speed is equal to the river speed. See, river speed was increasing. Every time it increased, I changed my angle. When river speed became equal to the boat speed, I should be going opposite to the direction of the river to make the drift 0.
Yes, sir.
I cannot cross the river.
Yes, sir.
Just imagine if river speed becomes greater than the boat speed. If river speed becomes greater than the boat speed, this is the velocity of the river. This is velocity of the boat with respect to the river. If river speed becomes greater than the boat speed, even if I am going against the river, I will be going backwards. Even if I am going against the river, I will be going backwards. Are you able to visualize this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So in that case, drift cannot be avoided. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So I
sir.
can
Yes, sir.
make the drift 0. I can make the drift 0 only if the river speed is less than the boat speed. If the river speed becomes greater than the boat speed, I will show you this visualization once again. Observe this. River speed, blue color marker is the river speed. If this river speed increases, I should row the boat this way. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
River
sir.
speed further increases, I should row the boat this way. River speed further increases, I should row the boat this way. When river speed is equal to the boat speed, I should be rowing opposite to the direction of the river to make the drift zero. If river speed further increases, even if the boat is going this way, the river will be pushing it in the backward direction. Drift cannot be avoided.
Yes, sir.
So drift can be made zero if and only if boat speed is greater than the river speed. If the river speed is greater than the boat speed, you cannot avoid drift. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
When river speed is equal to the boat speed, if you are going in this direction, drift will become zero, but you cannot cross the river. If river speed is greater than the boat speed, drift cannot be avoided. So drift can be made zero if and only if boat speed is greater than river speed. This is very important. Drift can be made zero if and only if boat speed is greater than the river speed.
So, sir, if it's equal, then the boat will be stationary.
But it will not cross the river. Drift you can make it zero. See the condition. If they both are equal, drift is zero. I'm okay, but you will not be able to cross the river.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So,
Huh?
sir, when we are actually like changing the speed of the river, then boat direction also we have to change. I didn't understand that
To
concept.
make the drift zero. How do you make the drift zero? Now, if river speed is increasing, so if there was some river speed, I'm rowing the boat this way. If the river speed increase, to make the drift zero, I'll have to row it this way. If not, I'll reach somewhere here.
Yes, sir.
When the river speed increases, I'll reach here. How do I keep the drift to 0? Change the angle.
Okay.
River speed further increase, change the angle further.
Yes.
River speed and boat speed became equal. They should be going opposite to make the drift to 0.
Yes.
River speed becomes greater than the boat speed. Even if the boat is going opposite to the river, the boat will be having drift in the backward direction.
Yes.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, in the third case where river speed is greater than boat speed, we would able to cross the river, but with a greater drift, right?
Right. I'll deal with that condition. Can I rub the boat?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, this point is crystal clear. Drift can be made 0 if and only if
River
boat
speed is greater than river speed.
And what angle should I row the boat? Sin theta is river speed by boat speed. Sin theta is river speed by boat speed. This is the angle at which I should row the boat to make the drift 0. Now, in this situation, if he ask me, okay, you made the drift 0, how much time did you take to cross the river? Either you give me this distance by this speed, this distance by this speed, or this distance by this speed. Whichever information is given, based on that, I'll calculate the time. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, my problem is, what if the river speed is greater than the boat speed? I cannot avoid drift. If river speed is greater than the boat speed, I cannot avoid drift. The river speed is greater than the boat speed. Drift cannot be avoided. Drift cannot be avoided. You are rowing the boat this way. Velocity of the boat with respect to the river. River speed is greater. Velocity of the river. You are reaching some point here. Velocity of the river. Now this value is called drift. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
River speed is greater than the boat speed. Drift cannot be avoided. Now what is the value of this? Is the velocity of the river. What is the value of the drift x? This angle is theta, right? What will this be? BBR sin theta. Boat speed component in this direction is how much? BBR sin theta.
Yes, sir.
So effectively, velocity of the boat in this direction is this minus this. Velocity of the river minus VBR sine theta is the effective velocity of the boat in this direction. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
That into time taken for the boat to cross the river is my drift. See if all of you are convinced. Velocity of the river, component of the velocity of the boat. This minus this is the effective velocity towards the right. So x will be this velocity into time. How do you calculate time? VR minus VBR sine theta into time will be d divided by VBR cos theta. D is this distance. What is the velocity in the direction? VBR cos theta.
Yes.
So x will be VR by VBR secant theta with a d minus d tan theta. Is my calculation correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now what are you in search of? You calculated the drift. You are telling me here drift cannot be made zero. Why? River speed is greater than the boat speed.
Yes, sir.
Drift
Yes, sir.
cannot be made zero. You could not avoid drift. You calculated the drift. I am happy, the drift is happy, but we are interested to know at what angle should I row for the drift to be minimum. For drift to be minimum, dx by d theta should be zero. Differentiate with respect to
Yes,
d
sir.
and equate it to zero.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this will be d VR by VBR. See, this d is the distance d, not the differential d. D by dx ka d nahi hai. To avoid that confusion, write it behind. If I write in the front, don't tell me it is d by dx. Right? I kept this d. VR, VBR kept as it is. Differentiation of secant theta. Secant theta tan theta minus d secant
Sec
square
square.
theta should be equal to 0. Secant square theta should be equal to 0. Now 1 secant theta and secant theta will come to the denominator. D and D will come to the denominator of 0. This will be VR by VBR. Tan theta minus secant theta. So secant theta is VR by VBR. Tan theta is sin theta by cos theta. Secant theta here I'll write it as 1 by cos theta. Sin theta is boat speed by river speed. This is the angle at which I should row the boat for the drift to be
Minimum.
Minimum.
What is the minimum drift? Substitute the sin theta value here and here. Sin theta as it is will substitute. From sin theta, you know how to calculate cos theta.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll get x minimum. This is the angle at which I should row for drift to be minimum. What is the angle at which I should row for drift to be 0?
0.
So same. But over here it does not limit that the boat speed in the river.
क्या आंसर्स देते हो दिल बैठ जाता है जो ऐसा सवाल पूछो और ऐसा आंसर्स देते हो. Drift can be made 0 first of all only if the boat speed is greater than the river speed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And sin theta should be equal to river speed by boat speed. Turn the page and see for drift to be 0.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sin theta should be river speed by boat speed for drift to be 0. Provided river speed is lesser than the boat speed. Agreed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If the river speed is greater than the boat speed, drift cannot be made 0. You will 100% have some drift. How much is the drift? This is the drift. Can I make this drift minimum? Yes. By rowing at what angle? Sin theta is boat speed by river speed. Row at this angle, drift will be minimum. What will be the minimum drift? Substitute this sin theta here and the corresponding value of cos theta here. That will be the minimum drift. That will be called the shortest distance of travel. That will be called shortest distance of travel, right? Because the drift will be minimum. Take it down till here. हाँ
Can you please explain how sin theta is VBR by V?
cos theta gets cancelled. This comes to the numerator. This comes to the denominator.
Sir, how that above equation I got disconnected. That's 1 by cos theta.
ये सिंप्लीफाई करो आप अपने हिसाब से सिंप्लीफाई करो.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
There's only simplification.
Okay, sir.
Can I have the board?
Yes.
Boat and river can be replaced with a plane and wind.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Plane and wind. A plane is supposed to go from here till here. They'll give you some distance, 1,000 kilometers. Wind is blowing due north. Wind is blowing due north. Velocity of the wind due north. That means the plane should be flown this way to reach this point. Velocity of the plane with respect to the wind, and this will be velocity of the wind with respect to ground. This will be velocity of the plane with respect to ground. Velocity of the plane with respect to the wind less velocity of the wind with respect to ground is velocity of the plane with respect to ground. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
They'll give you some angles. When they tell you this point, this is O, this is the destination point. They'll give you some angle here, right? If I get this angle to be theta, get this to be alpha and phi. Why am I taking that alpha and phi? You will be able to calculate from the geometry. How will you calculate this or any other parameter? Use sine rule. Velocity of the plane with respect to the wind divided by sine phi is equal to velocity of the wind with respect to the ground divided by sine theta is equal to velocity of the plane with respect to ground divided by sine alpha. If he is asking for time,
How do we calculate alpha and phi with respect?
information will be given to you. Some or the other information will be given from which using plane geometry you will be able to calculate. Time, this distance by this speed, 1,000 kilometers by velocity of the plane with respect to ground. Somehow you will have a triangle. Required information in the triangle will be given. Either use sine rule or cosine rule. Cosine rule pata hai?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For one of these two rules, required information will be given. All that you need to know from physics is velocity of the plane with respect to wind plus velocity of the wind with respect to ground will be velocity of the plane with respect to ground.
So what is cosine rule?
The direction cosine is the same as cosine rule.
Right. Direction cosine is same as cosine rule. Okay. Keep cosine rule beside. It's not a taught for you separately in maths.
No, sir.
No, sir.
And use sine rule. Sine rule we have covered
Okay,
in
sir.
physics.
Yes.
So do we have booklet homework for riverboat problems today?
We will be receiving the assignment on this relative velocity here.
Okay, sir.
Can I rub the board?
Yes,
So
sir, it's near.
Now I need one favor from you people. सुनाई दे रहा है आपको?
हाँ सर. Yes, sir.
There is one wonderful shortcut I'll teach you regarding this concept of shortest time. Right? Provided next class you come prepared with what we call as Snell's law. You have learnt this in 10th standard.
Yes, sir.
Snell's law.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
People who will tell me, no sir, we didn't learn. हमारे syllabus से निकाल दिया गया है, forgot, I did that, did every excuse, dump it. आपके 10th standard textbook से Snell's law from optics पढ़ के आए. 10th standard textbook में Snell's law. Basically, you are taught refractive index is equal to sin I by sin R.
Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
is
sir.
mu? Mu is equal to C by V. ये आपको पढ़ के आना है next class. I will teach you a wonderful shortcut related to it. In
Okay,
kinematics,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
How will you apply optics in kinematics? That's my headache. आपको ये 10th standard syllabus से पढ़ के आना है. Snell's law from optics. What is mu? Right? Light ray will come this way, this way. This is angle of incidence, angle of reflection. Right? If this is mu1, generally in 10th standard book, they will not take mu2 and mu1. The second medium will be air. Air bhi chalega. Padh ke aao. You don't study that and come, you will not understand this shortcut. Whole of that will be a waste. Notes में लिख लो, भूलने का नहीं. 15 मिनट लगेंगे आपको 10th स्टैंडर्ड में जो सीखा हुआ है वो ब्रश अप करके आना. क्लियर?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, I'll send you the assignment sheet on relative velocity. Assignment 1 you will receive after the class.
Okay, sir.
Tell me a few doubts from your graphs so that at least we finish 2-3 problems. 1 minute रुको, मुझे खोलना पड़ेगा. कौन सा assignment यार? Assignment on graphs, right?
Yes,
Kinematic
sir.
graphs.
Sir.
So last class you discussed it, but some doubts were left.
वही तो बोलो.
Yes, sir.
Problem numbers
1 to 18.
1 to 18.
Sir, 11th.
11. इतने सारे नहीं होंगे यार. Let's try. 18. First, the figure shows position time graph of a particle moving in the x-axis. Position time graph. Figure shows something like this and like this. Right? This will be T0 and this will be 2T0. Position time graph. This is your figure.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Particle is continuously going in the positive x direction. Area under the xt graph shows the displacement of the particle. Hey, area under the xt graph x into t, x into dt. Right? The velocity increases up to time t naught and then becomes constant. Fair enough. C is for sure correct. Velocity increases and then remains constant. Right?
So,
Then
but the answer is given D. I also thought the answer will be C only.
the particle moves at a constant velocity up to time t naught. Hey, just a minute. They're right. This is xt graph. This velocity is constant. Velocity is dx by dt. Velocity is dx by dt. Till t naught, velocity is constant. Yes or no?
Yes,
This is
sir.
not a vt graph. It is an xt graph. See that properly. Velocity increases up to time t naught is right, wrong. Velocity is constant up to t naught. Up to t naught. From t naught to 2t naught, velocity is 0. T
Yes,
naught
sir.
to 2.
Understood.
Understood your mistake?
Yes, sir.
Can I rub the board?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
sir,
Hello?
what is the difference between position time and displacement time?
Same.
Okay.
11. Acceleration time graph a body is shown. The corresponding velocity time graph of the same body. The acceleration is constant. Acceleration is constant. This is acceleration time graph, right? Velocity time graph. This is velocity time. Acceleration is constant. Velocity will be increasing. It will keep increasing. Acceleration is 0. Velocity will be constant. Right? Again, acceleration is constant. Velocity will keep increasing. Which graph is this? Say something. Which among the four?
The C1.
So option is C. Two. Some other problem number बीच में कोई बोल रहे थे?
So 9th one.
9. The 9th is easy. Which of the following regions represent a motion where no force is acting? No force means no acceleration.
Yes, sir.
मतलब acceleration is 0. Acceleration 0 कब होता है? When velocity is constant.
Yes, sir.
9th question का force is 0 implies acceleration is 0 implies velocity is constant. That means xt graph should be a straight line. कहाँ पर straight line है? CD.
Yes, sir.
Second question. They give an AT graph. This is a X graph. Oh भाई साहब, AX graph. अब सुनो, AX graph में area under the curve, acceleration is dv by dt. This is dv by dx into dx by dt. This will be v dv by dx. V dv is equal to a dx. Right? This will be the area under. This will be u and v. So v square minus u square by 2 will be the area under the curve. Under the curve. अब solve करोगे. He has given you velocity at 0.8 seconds. He is asking you velocity at 1.4 seconds. अब 0.8 to 1.4 के बीच में area calculate कर पाओगे? 0.8 to 1.4.
Yes,
This
sir.
value is given as 0.2. So this area जब लोगे, it will be v square minus u square by 2. U का value दिया हुआ है. V calculate करने के लिए बोल.
Okay, sir.
So can you do the 19th one as well?
Okay, can I rub the board?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
ये 19 किया हुआ है लास्ट क्लास में, थप्पड़ मारूंगा ये। 19 लास्ट क्लास में किया है कि नहीं?
तो किया हुआ है।
Yes, sir.
किया ना सर?
Yes,
पूरा ये बंदा। लास्ट क्लास व्हाई डिडंट यू अटेंड? क्यों बंद मारा भाई साहब आपने लास्ट क्लास?
Sir, I'll recheck again. Sorry, sir.
19th में देख लो. He is asking you average acceleration, change in velocity by time. Average acceleration कितना है? Change in
Yes,
velocity
change
by
in
time.
velocity
Yes
by
or
time.
no?
Yes, sir.
At 5 seconds, how will you get the velocity slope of that line?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
At 35 seconds, how will you get the velocity slope of that line?
Yes, sir.
XT graph का slope is velocity. So slope of the straight line at 5, slope of the straight line at 35. V2 minus V1 by time will give you the average acceleration. Right? First question. He gave you what? Acceleration time. Ironically, first question is a tough one. Acceleration is varying here. He gave you this as 4, this as 2, 4, 5. Ye hai. Agreed? This he gave as
Yes, sir. -2.
minus 2. Time t equal to 0, velocity of the particle is 2 meters per second. Time t equal to 0, velocity is 2 meters per second. Now velocity at time t equal to 2, 3, have a look at it. Acceleration is dv by dt. dv is equal to ad.
Sir, I got for 2 seconds.
Pardon?
I got for 2 seconds. I'm not getting for the 3 seconds part.
वही तो बोल रहा हूँ. First of all, area under the curve you'll find out for v minus u.
Yes, sir.
For 3 seconds, how do you get that particular area? You have to first find out this particular point. 3 seconds कहाँ पर आता है? You will have to tell.
2 seconds.
Using the slope. Using the slope, find out for 3 seconds. Now, which area are you going to take? This area you will take, shaded region. And how will you get this? Once I know the slope of the line, for x equal to 3, you will know y value,
Yes, sir.
right? Will I be able to calculate the area of this?
Yes,
sir. Yes,
Once
sir.
I know the area, initial velocity is known, final velocity will be got,
Yes, sir.
right? Whole of the game is in recognizing this point. At 3 seconds, what is the value of y? How do you do that here? Very simple. If you can write the general equation of the straight line, my job is done. Y is equal to mx plus c. Put x is 3, I'll get the value of y.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now then 5 seconds also the game is the same, but for 5 seconds, remember, area above and area below you subtract.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Subtract and equate it to v minus u. Average acceleration between 0 to 5 seconds is change in velocity by time.
Yes,
You
sir.
already know velocity at t equal to 0, you know velocity at t equal to 5.
Yes, sir.
Change in velocity by time. होगा यहाँ तक?
हाँ, sir.
Solve till here. Third bit is a trick again. Right? Or you will have to use Desmos to get the equation for the third bit. I'll help you out. First to complete this till here. Next
Okay,
class,
sir.
tell me if you are unable to complete the third bit. It's a small catch.
Okay, sir.
Now listen. Tomorrow's class, tomorrow's class I'll keep the faculty informed. Booklet jitna ho sake utna cover karne ke liye. All of you people have completed homework from booklet.
Sir,
Yes,
exercise
sir.
1 is remaining.
Exercise 1.
No,
Sir,
sir.
exercise 1 is not done.
Exercise 1 is not done. Okay.
No, sir.
Then today I am sending you relative velocity assignment. Will you be able to complete it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please don't accumulate your homework beyond the stage you will not be able to handle it. Do complete your homework ASAP. Put in additional effort today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Exercise 1B complete करना है आपको. Assignment sheet of relative velocity भी complete करना है.
Sir, you'll
Is
send
that
one or
clear?
two assignments.
There are 2 assignments. Today I'll send you only 1.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right? Once the discussion of assignment 1 of relative velocity is done, I'll send you the assignment 2 of relative velocity. Till then, I have few important things to be covered, including that shortcut which I told you about Snell's law.
Yes, sir.
Come prepared to the class with Snell's law. Do not forget that.
Okay,
Am I
sir.
loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Graphs में अगर कुछ
So I
बाकी
had a
pending
question.
doubt है, next class last 5-10 minutes remind me graphs का बाकी pending doubts clear कर दो.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I had a doubt from kinematics assignment 3.
Take it up in the doubt lecture.
Okay, sir. No, sir, because I was trying to resolve, but I was facing a doubt. That's why.
Okay, next class or in the doubt lecture, remind me, I'll take it up.
Okay, sir.
See you
Bye,
this
sir.
evening.
Thank you.
Next class.
recording on the group.
Yes, sir. Can you send it?
Yes, sir. A lot of people have requested because they were facing some Zoom issues for joining in.
Yes, sir.
Today's lecture will be uploaded on YouTube by 1:30.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.